Guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video we're going to talk about a basic greenside bunker shot. It is a lot of golfers' nemesis. The biggest thing you need to understand is take a club out your bag that's the most lofted but also gives you the most confidence. The most lofted club out the bag, I've got 58 for this shot. The first thing you need to understand as well, how we're going to add the elevation. Basic greenside bunker shot, how you're going to set up to this. Step number one is take your most lofted club you feel comfort with. Step number two is you're going to draw a line down the middle of your stance. What we're going to do is we're going to move the ball position just left to centre. We're going to stand really wide, so I feel like my legs are anchored into the ground. I feel the weight into my left knee. And as wide as possible, get the hands really low. Club face pointing up towards the sky. You're going to allow left knee to sit over the middle of your left foot. That'll feel like your left hip slightly lower. That's going to allow your weight to stay into your left side. We're going to draw a line, and the main objective is we're going to allow the club head to interact with that line slightly behind the golf ball. So all your weight into your left side. So flare the left knee and the left hip open. Hands low, wide stance. From here, loft pointing up towards the sky. We're going to hinge the club up in the backswing. So as we swing the club back, we're going to hinge the club up, feeling like we add lots of loft. A great drill to create this is think about you're placing the sand on the club face. If you shut the club face down, this left wrist goes into a flex position where the knuckles of the left hand point down towards the ground. Club face gets really shut. What you're trying to do from there is you're trying to throw the sand over your left shoulder. So sand pointing up towards the sky, and you're going to try and throw the sand over your left shoulder. That automatically starts to cup and add loft on the club face. As you swing the club back, you're going to throw the sand over your left shoulder. That's automatically a slight cupping in this left wrist, so knuckles get close to wrist angle. Then through impact, we're going to keep the loft on the club face. So club face nice and open, grip end the club addressed slightly back. The grip end of the club points an inch behind your belt buckle. You're going to stand nice and wide. You're going to allow left foot and left knee to flare open, grooves pointing up towards the sky. Hinge the club up in the backswing. You're going to allow the club head to interact, stand an inch before the golf ball. Then as we release the club through impact, when you feel like the club face stays nice and open. A great drill to help create that is put the sand on the club face, and you're going to try and maintain the sand on the club face as you release the club. If we shut the face down, sand falls off, so keep the sand on the club face for as long as possible. And a great analogy to create that and facilitate that is think about right palm to the sky, which is going to keep the sand on the club face for the duration of the fall through, and it's going to help you maintain the loft to create that high bunker shot with that soft landing. Keeping that club face open and the sand on the club face is going to allow you to create that high shot and that soft landing that everyone wants to achieve. And then through impact, you're going to allow your chest to rotate towards the target. Another great analogy is you're trying to spray the sand on the green, which is going to allow you to commit to the shot. So stand nice and wide, get your hands nice and low, grip end the club an inch behind your belt buckle, weight all into your left side, hinge the club up. You want to allow the club to interact with the ground an inch before the golf ball. Then through impact, you're going to allow your chest to rotate towards the target. And as you release the club, you're going to keep the club face nice and open. So grip end the club to point back towards your right hip at impact. That's going to facilitate the club face staying nice and open, and grooves to point towards the sky. Draw the line, you're trying to allow the club head to interact with the line slightly behind the golf ball. We're going to keep our weight into our left side, so we're going to release the club a little bit earlier. Think about grip end of the club pointing back towards your right hip. Grip end of the club pointing back towards your right hip is going to allow the club head to overtake the hands, so the grip end of the club is going to slow down, club head is going to speed up, and it's going to allow us to keep the loft on the club face. So as we release the club, grooves pointing towards the sky, automatically going to allow the club head to overtake the hands, and then through impact, we're going to keep that club face nice and open. Chest to rotate towards the target, chest to rotate towards the target, and then as you release the club, just grip end the club pointing back. You release the club, grip end the club to fall down into your left pocket on the way through.